So Melissa, I bet the audience wants to know, how can they engage with the Healthspan Action Coalition?
Absolutely. First, go to our website, healthspanaction.org. We have lots of ways for you to connect with us. I absolutely recommend that people sign up for our newsletter, which is the Healthspan Compass, and you can do that right on our website, and follow us on social media. On social media, not only are we sharing things that we may have created or experienced, but what's happening in the longevity and health span world, and still also really regenerative medicine. And as we've talked about, those two fields are really converging and overlapping and are interrelated. We do an excellent job of following the news, the scientific news and other news, and have created some excellent resources for anybody that wants to learn about this field and what they can do themselves or to support the field. And it absolutely is done in layperson's terms, because that's who we are. We're not scientists. We know a bit about science and how it's funded and how it needs to be carried out, but we're not scientists. We're not clinicians. I know that you are a scientist, Junaid, but those of us at Healthspan Action Coalition are not. But we also appreciate how important it is to communicate about science and scientific progress and medical research in layperson's terms so that people can learn.
Please take a look at the upcoming events and conferences that we post up that are part of the coalition. Those gatherings are very, very important. Often we have speakers or parts of our advisory board, individuals that are held in very high regard as speakers on these conferences. Now, we are just in the process of activating those boards, but we have them related to industry. Science, for example, we're very proud of the co-chairs, Camillo Riccordi, the world-renowned stem cell and diabetes researcher. The other co-chair is Jean Loring. Jean Loring, of course, with Aspen Neuroscience, is one of the leaders in iPSCs and is preserving the northern white rhino, working with the Frozen Zoo Project. A brilliant, brilliant scientist, Anthony Atala, the leader of the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine, Dennis Clegg, who's one of the great eye researchers, and more. And we also have a legal policy and ethics advisory board. And hopefully we will be putting together some really important programming on health span policy, which right now, with a new administration in the United States and some confusion as what the crystal ball, what the future will hold, policy is going to be very, very important. And one of our specialties is bringing in some of the leading legal experts, the major law firms on the planet Earth, global law firms, to opine and educate not only the organizations that are part of the coalition, but this information is going to be made free to the entire community. We have to get on top of this, because the greatest science in the world isn't going to progress if it isn't going to turn into some sort of advantage, a medical advantage, a therapeutic advantage, right? And if we can't get these things into the public, then it becomes a theoretical exercise. Enough of the theory. There's enough human suffering that might benefit from all of this. I've been accused, Bernie, you're trying to boil the ocean. But in my 22 years of advocacy and other projects I've worked on, I think we can boil the ocean one bucket at a time. And we wouldn't have the 230 to 250 organizations now in our coalition if we weren't able to find like-minded people that want to move all of this forward. So if it is a meritorious project, we welcome your organization into a coalition. There are no fees involved with that. We're a 501c3 IRS nonprofit organization. One can donate to our worthwhile cause to keep the lights on for our coalition, and we certainly welcome that. But it's not a prerequisite to being involved with us.
I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you both for participating in this discussion. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. Till next time.